4, 5, 6, 7. Hello. Good evening and welcome to the Bodog Roots Premier League. It's week 6, match number 1 from the BANDRA North category. It's the West Coast Sharks versus Superheroes. Starting at 7 PM IST, getting you live action till around for the next 4 hours for the Bodog Roots Premier League. On the attack is Adiraj. It's important for both these teams to get victories under their belt. Is the West Coast Sharks, who are 6th on the points table. The Superheroes are 4th on the points table. Superheroes, after back-to-back victories, they have played 5 matches because of the 6th week. So 5 matches before this match, 2 victories, 2 defeats and a draw. 7 points, 4th on the points table. Whereas for the West Coast Sharks, 5 matches, 1 victory, 1 defeat and 3 draws. 4 points and 6th on the points table. The West Coast Sharks owned by Naresh Naik and Pranav Peps, whereas the Superheroes owned by Muhammad Ali and Samir Khan. Match number 1, week 6 of the Bandra North division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Superheroes have started with the possession. On the attack there, perhaps Devin Shandy, not able to keep control on that. Of course, he's won himself a corner. Is Devin Shandy. Takes responsibility in the penalty area. Dino there gets deflected by the West Coast Sharks. Nicely done. And that's going to be a kick-in for the Superheroes, I guess. No, that's a foul. So that's going to be a goal kick. We restart. We resume play. Again, a couple of changes in the rules at the Bodog Roots Premier League. Those who are joining us live now on Facebook, it's a match of 50 minutes, 2 halves of 25 minutes each, and once the ball goes out of play, it won't be throw-in, but it'll be a kick-in. It's 8 aside, and of course, no restrictions on the number of substitutions. Adiraj, that's perhaps the first try on goal there by Adiraj Chadha. He's the one to look out for, is Adiraj Chadha of the Superheroes. The Superheroes in the white jersey will be scoring from the right of your screen to the left. Whereas, of course, West Coast Sharks in the yellow-blue jersey scoring from the left of your screen to the right. It's the West Coast Sharks versus the Superheroes. Series of passes by the West Coast Sharks. Trying to keep possession can be difficult there for Mohanty. Was cramped for space. Just a left footer there, nothing on target there, however. That's going to be a kick in for the Superheroes. It's a match of 50 minutes, 2 halves of 25 minutes each. The West Coast Sharks, nicely done by the Superheroes. Nicely taken with the position, Adiraj Chadha. Adiraj loses it on that occasion. Mohanty looking for the space. Series of good passes there. Looking for the long pass. Looking for the pass and does not get the desired support for the West Coast there. Going to be kick in for the Superheroes. Series of passes. Still keeping possession, looking for the cross there. Perhaps just number 10, Mikhail Keswani. Keeping possession, passing it around. Good one there. There was Jordan Titus, the skipper, the captain of the Superheroes. There'll be a free kick for the Superheroes. Can that be a chance as a first free kick of the day for the Superheroes? Looking for the cross, does not get it. Not the most disciplined right footer that was. Just not on the mark so far. Just perhaps warming up. I just saw both these teams, the Superheroes who arrived at 6:30, so they had a good 20-25 minutes of warm-up session. Wasn't the same with the West Coast Sharks. So just a little rusty at the first few minutes. We have entered the 5th minute now, and it's still 0-0, a love all, as they say in a few sports. Right footer, the kick in there. Nicely headed out, still kept in position. West Coast Sharks keeping control, looking for the footer there. If he gets the desired space, does not get it so far. Nicely done there by the Superheroes, pardon me. That's Adiraj Chadha looking for Devin Shandy. That's a foul, yes. We might have the booking as well. Is that the first booking of the day? It is. He's been booked, and that's jersey number 8 of the West Coast Sharks in the 5th minute. Jersey number 8, Bilal Sheikh, has been given a booking in the 5th minute. A yellow card that has been given to him. An aggressive tackle. It was the complete control with Adira Chadda. He could have scored, but that was an aggressive tackle by Bilal Sheikh. In the meanwhile, is that going to be Jordan Titus, or is that going to be Devin Shandy? Dave or Jordy, as what their jerseys say. There's a wall, difficult to go direct. That's a pass, and look at the right foot, and they score! The partnership between Jordan Titus and Devin Shandy. Eventually, it was Devin Shandy in the 6th minute, under whose this goal is going to be registered. A brilliant assist that was by Jordan Titus. Super teamwork by Jordan Titus and Devin Shandy in the 6th minute. Devin Shandy with a brilliant right foot after an assist that comes from Jordan Titus. Score, and the Superheroes take a 1-0 lead in the 6th minute against the West Coast Sharks. Again, Devin Shandy there, not able to win it on that occasion. Nicely cleared away by the Sharks. Dino. Devin Shandy. Looking for the pass, perhaps. Adira Chadda. Looking for the right footer. Is that a corner that they've won himself? No, the ball still kept in play. That's a superstar there. As I mentioned, it was the Superheroes who arrived very early today at 6:30, so they had a good 20-25 minutes of warm-up time. And whereas the West Coast Sharks just arrived 5-10 minutes before the start of play, so perhaps a little rusty. Not the same with the Superheroes. They were all nice, warmed up, raring to go for this all-important matchup of the Bandra North Division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Goal kick for the Superheroes. Dino Moria. Devin Shandy back to Dino. A known figure, he is in the city of Mumbai, is the headquarters of Bollywood. Getting a live action from the St. Andrews Turf Park in the western suburbs, that's Bandra west of Mumbai. Those are watching us live on Facebook. Please enjoy watching all the live matches. Tomorrow we won't be live, but we'll be day after tomorrow on Friday from the Juhu division. Whereas for today, those watching us live on Facebook, they can, and living in the western suburbs, can join us live and watch live action from the same St. Andrews Turf Park in the western suburbs of Mumbai in Bandra West. That's a quick outfield here. Meanwhile, we might have a substitution from the West Coast Sharks. No restrictions, of course, on the number of substitutions at the Bodog Roots Premier League with the right footer. Chance that was taken by jersey number 25. That's Kazan Ahmed. Just not on the target there. Dino. Looking for the pass. Nicely done. They can afford to eat up time. Keep possession. Looking for the long pass there. Is it offside? No, onside, says the referee. So that was a brilliant pass that came into Devin Shandy. Jordan Titus. It's their partnership again. Jordy, right footer. On target that was. But what a brilliant save. What a brilliant save that was by Kedar. He's second on the leaderboard for the number of saves. He's had 18 saves so far, and this definitely is going to be the 19th one. And that's a corner on the far end. Adira Chadda. That was they were not able to get the collection of the pass from Dino Moria, but Dino quickly apologizes. That was just not on the target for Devin Shandy to collect. In the meanwhile, that's going to be a kick in for the West Coast Sharks. That's Joel Winston in the penalty area. Can be dangerous. Nicely done there. Punched away from the danger area by Jasmeer Mago. But however, Jasmeer just needs to be reminded if it's a direct ball that comes in. Jordy on the meanwhile. Oh, Devin Shandy was close. And is that a score? Yes, he has. Adira Chadda has scored in the 10th minute. And the Superheroes take a lead. 2-0. Adira Chadda in the 10th minute after a brilliant pass from Devin Shandy, and that's a 2-0 lead for the Superheroes against the West Coast Sharks. The defense of the West Coast Sharks needs to just wake up there. Harsh words, but that's what is the result right now. They just are raw. That's tackle there. That was hard there. It was jersey number 10, Mikhail Keswani. But he quickly apologizes. And that's a warning given to him by the referee. But that, of course, wasn't intentional. Clear view from me in the commentary box. That definitely wasn't intentional from Mikhail Keswani. Scoreline stays 2-0 for the Superheroes against the West Coast Sharks. Nice ball, nicely held again by Jaspir Mago. He's 8th on the leaderboard with 9 saves. Adiraj Chadda looking for the 3-0 lead. Right footer does not get the desired company. Good work by the West Coast Sharks on this occasion. Good defense, super defense by the West Coast Sharks. For the Superheroes against the West Coast Sharks. It's going to be a substitution. Shreya, jersey number 22, comes into play. That's Shreya Sukhi. Dino. Arches were there on the attack. Nicely done by Dino Moria. Passing it on to Dev. Devin Shandy looking for the long pass. Nicely done. That was by jersey number 8, Bilal Sheikh. He's been booked once, but superbly done by Bilal. Jordan Titus. Nicely done there. Arches looking for the pass. Arches. Will he pass? No. Super defense that was by jersey number 7 of the Superheroes. That's Rahul Kumar. Expertly done by Rahul. Is that a corner? Is that a kick in? And that's a kick in, but that's as good as a corner there for the West Coast Sharks. Looking for the pass. Nicely headed away, but that's going to be again a corner on the far end now. The right side of your screen on the far end, it's going to be a corner for the West Coast Sharks. Right footer in the penalty area, nicely cleared away by Dino, ensuring that's no more a corner, but that's going to be a kick in for the Sharks. 2-0 the scoreline reads in favour of the Superheroes. That was in the penalty area. That was a good cross. That's again a corner on the far end. It's been a series of kick-ins and corners for the West Coast Sharks. Looking for the goal. Chance. Nicely done there. Again, Devin Shandy. That's a foul kick in. Foul kick in that was. So that's going to be a foul there for... that's going to be a free kick for the Superheroes in the meanwhile. Good right footer there. Chance. Devin Shandy and Adiraj Chadda. Danger men for the West Coast Sharks. They are the goal scorers. 6th minute was Devin Shandy and the 10th minute was Adiraj Chadda. Try there. Nicely collected once again by Kedar. At the start of this match, he was 2nd on the leaderboard for the number of saves with 18 saves. But a couple of them have already added up in the 13th minute. Exactly at the halfway stage of the first half here. On week 6, pardon me, of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Always important to thank our sponsors, the title sponsor Bodog, our branding partner The Flag Company, hydration partner Miqua, and of course our beverage partner Raw Pressery. Devin Shandy. The long ball there, just not on the mark. Nothing there. Nicely held by Kedar. Dino, nicely done there. Looking for the pass, does not get the support. Long ball. Headed out of play. It's going to be a kick in for the Sharks. In the meanwhile, we might have a substitution. That's jersey number 19, Mohanty, who is might coming in as a substitution. That's Aditya Mohanty. Adiraj. Simple passes is the call that comes in from the dugout. The players of the Superheroes. They have a 2-0 lead right now, so it's pressure definitely on the West Coast Sharks. They'll have to get a goal, then the equalizer, and then go for the lead. Meanwhile, a couple of laps from them in their defense might just result in another goal being scored by the Superheroes. Mikhail Keswani looking for the pass. Gets Adiraj. Will he shoot? He shoots, but nicely defended there. Devin Shandy looking for the long ball. Onside he is, at a chance. Wasted. What a chance created by Jordan Titus for himself. He was onside as well. It was 1-on-1, but Jordan just not able to convert. Scoreline stays 2-0. Adhiraj once again has won himself a corner. Nicely done. Super attack this has been by the Superheroes. What a comeback this has been by Superheroes in the Bodog Roots Premier League. They're struggling for a victory, but now 2 victories already in the 5 matches that they've played. 2 wins, 2 defeats and a draw. The left footer nicely saved by Kedar. Good work once again by Kedar. Meanwhile, we might have a substitution. It's Mohanty who comes in place of Chug. It is jersey number 4, Karan Chug. Dino looking for the pass. Aggressive tackle, slips. But that's the due that has been collected on the turf park of the St. Andrews turf park. Series of passes. Mikhail. Back pass, trying to keep possession. Nicely done there to Adhiraj. Back pass. That's going to be a kick in for the West Coast Sharks. Sharks on the offense. Attack also a good form of defense. Mikhail once again. Was that a foul? No, says the referee. On the attack, West Coast Sharks. Looking for the pass. Gets arches. The left footer. And that's going to be a kick in for the Sharks. They're being told to just start playing a little quicker. The West Coast Sharks. Bilal straight away finds Dino. Chance wasted. Bilal still keeping possession. Gets the pass. Dino nicely cleared away by Dino Moria. It's going to be a kick in. Kazan, that is Kazan Ahmed, just 25. Good ball there. Chance. Header. Is that a corner? Is that a corner? Yes, it is. Been signaled by the referee. That's a corner. 2-0 the lead for the Superheroes against the West Coast Sharks. Entering the 18th minute. Just a quick reminder, it's 2 halves of 25 minutes each at the Bodog Roots Premier League. Good ball, cleared header. Just not on the mark there was Kaustubh Talor. Kaustubh is also a man to look out for. The high goal scorers he's been for the West Coast Sharks. In the meanwhile, we might have a substitution. That's going to be jersey number 20, Nazar Bhopti, who will be coming in as a substitute for Adhiraj Chadha. Adhiraj just being given a break, perhaps just a breather being given to Adhiraj Chadha. It's Nazar Bhopti who comes into play. They can afford to be high on defense, the Superheroes right now. Meanwhile, yet another substitution. Joel Winston perhaps. Joel Winston in place of Zerxes Anklesarya comes as a substitute. No restrictions on the number of substitutes, of course, at the Bodog Roots Premier League. Chance for Mikhail Keswani. Mikhail just does not get it on the mark. (2-0), 19th minute that we have entered. (2-0) for the Superheroes against the West Coast Sharks. Good ball. Cleared, still Bilal. Look at the right footer. Just not on the mark, that one. Just not on the mark. Series of passes. Is that going to be outside? Yes, it is. Kick in for the West Coast Sharks. Mikhail Keswani. Nicely done to Jordan Titus. Can Jordan keep it under his control? No, he can't. Oh, that was what an attempt that was. But just not on the mark. By 23 that was. That was Archis Patil. Still the West Coast Sharks. Passing it around, keeping position. Nicely done so far. Nicely taken up by the Superheroes. Jordan Titus. Arches from behind. Jordy. Nicely done by the Sharks. Position won by the West Coast Sharks. Talur just not getting the support. Ending the 21st minute. 5 minutes remaining for the first half to come to an end. It's 2-0 the lead for the Super Heroes against the West Coast Sharks. Dino just misses. Is that a foul? No, says the referee. Dino finds Devin Shandy. That's going to be a kick in once again for the Super Heroes. In the meanwhile, you might have a substitution. Mohanty comes out and it's going to be Chug back into play. That's Karan Chug. Dino. Long pass. Ball kept in play by the Sharks. Series of passes from the far end. Is that outside? Yes, it is going to be a kick in for the Super Heroes. (2-0) for the Super Heroes. 2 goals scored. The 6th minute, Devin Shandy. The 10th minute was by Adhiraj Chadha. Super Heroes passing it around. Mikhail Keswani has won himself an outside. Damien Sauvage. That was on that attack. Mikhail Keswani chance. How close was that? How close was that? But it was Mikhail Keswani yet again almost getting a goal for himself. But almost. Big difference between almost and being scored. Nicely done there. That occasion was by Kedar. Good right palm that came out. Easy stuff that was for Jasmir Mago. The Sharks, Archis Patil not able to get possession. Still the West Coast Sharks. Passing it around, Archis Patil and Dino. Dino has won itself. Devin. Looking for the pass. Nicely done on the far end. Passing it around. Nicely taken up by the Sharks. Looking for the pass. Back to Dino. So it's been brilliant stuff by the Super Heroes so far. Archis Patil. That's going to be a kick in for the Super Heroes. Mikhail Keswani, or Mike as what he likes to be called. Chance for the Sharks. Created right footer. Just not on the mark. Just to the left side of Jasbir Mago that was. But good attempt nonetheless. It was by the Sharks. Archis Patil has come out and it's going to be Joel who is running in as a substitution. That's Joel Winston. Two minutes remaining for the first half to come to an end. Super Heroes versus the West Coast Sharks. 2-0 for the Super Heroes. Dino getting Chug's left footer there on the defense. Jasmir Mago, yes, can definitely afford to eat up time there because they have a lead of 2-0. Nice long ball there, but that's going to be from the western coast to the eastern coast. To the eastern to the western, pardon me. From the eastern coast to the western coast, that was. (2-0) for the Super Heroes against the West Coast Sharks. Still the Super Heroes. The series of passes. Adhiraj Chadha there. Kaustubh Talur. Yes. A series of shoulder pushes. There he was unhappy with that was Kaustubh Talur. And he has won himself a free kick. A minute remaining for the first half to come to an end. Of match number 1, week 6 of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Is that going to be Joel Winston? Or is that going to be just number 25, Kazan Ahmed? Kazan or Joel? It looks like it's going to be Joel Winston going for goal. Just not on the mark there of the Joel Winston. Half a minute remaining for the first half to come to an end. Quickly taken goal kick. Adhiraj Chadha on the attack with the left footer. Not on the mark there. Chance. That's the flag raised. Flag raise that was from the far end. Joel. Series of passes. Kaustubh Tallur. Just a few seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. We're time. We're just waiting for the final whistle from the referee. There it goes. At the end of the first half, 2-0 lead for Super Heroes. Devin Shandy, 6th minute. Adiraj Chadda, 10th minute. Super Heroes versus West Coast Sharks. 2-0 the lead for Super Heroes. Yes, it's time for the second half of match number 1, week 6 of the Bandra North division of the Bodog Roots Premier League. It's the West Coast Sharks versus Superheroes. In the first half, it's a 2-0 lead that was taken by the Superheroes. It was the first goal scored in the 6th minute by Devin Shandy, then a 10th minute goal by Adira Chadda, none so far by the West Coast Sharks. One yellow card, that was in the 15th minute to Bilal Sheikh. 5th minute, pardon me. Adira Chadda, right footer, just not on the mark there, just not the target, drifting left there, and good save on this occasion. It was by Kedar. It's the Superheroes in the white jerseys scoring from the left of your screen to the right, and of course the West Coast Sharks in the yellow, blue, purple is that colour. They'll be scoring from the right of your screen to the left. Meanwhile there, good work by the West Coast Sharks. They'll have to go and get a goal. That's important. The half-time, the meeting between the players, the manager, as well as the coach is important. Unlike some other sport, there are regular interval meetings that are possible between the coach and the players, the captain and the player. But in the game of football, it's a fast-paced game here. So very difficult for the coach, the manager, captain and the players to interact while the game is in play. But that's where the half-time break is important and crucial for them to discuss. West Coast Sharks looking for the attack. Series of passes nicely done by Devin Shandy. Is that a corner? Yes, it is. A flag raised, and that's a corner. That's a offside, pardon me. It was about to be a corner, but that's an offside that has been signalled by the assistant referee. Nice long ball, straight to Jasmeer Maggo. Nicely collected by Jasmeer. Adiraj, he's onside. Nicely done there on the attack. He is a good defense, and he's won himself a corner. Is Adira Chadda. Entered the 28th minute now. Ball kept in play. Nicely done there. Adira Chadda with the left footer. Just not find anyone. West Coast Sharks. Will that be a counter attack? Looks like Joel Winston. Just not reach there. Just does not reach there. Missed it by a second maybe. That's going to be a kick in for Superheroes. Meanwhile, we might have a substitution, and that's jersey number 10 of the West Coast Sharks. That's Ogden Fernandez. Might just come in. He likes to be called as Oggy by his players, and that's Xerxes Anklesaria, who will take a break for a few minutes. That's the advantage that the manager at the Bodog Roots Premier League, every team manager has, is that they have flexibility in because there are no restrictions on the number of substitutions, so they can have players coming in, players coming out, walking in, walking out at regular intervals. Mikhail Keswani. Adiraj, still it was Jordan Titus there. Again, nicely done there by Adiraj. It's deflected off him, so that's going to be a kick in for the Sharks. Nice ball chance. Arches, was it there? Looks like, but could have been a chance. Difficult one. Oh, that's Chug. Pardon me. That's Karan Chug. Jasmeer with the goal kick. Nicely done by Joe. Once again, Chug with the right footer. Just does not find anyone in the penalty area there. Is Karan Chug. Good attempt though. Good attempt, but just not on the mark. Dino Moria. Nice long ball. Does not find anyone there. Just finds the West Coast Sharks. Damien. Good ball there. Dino tried to clear it out, but all in that attempt he found Karan Chug, and that's a foul by Chug. So that's going to be a free kick for the Superheroes, taking their time in no hurry whatsoever. The Superheroes, good ball there, header, nicely done by Devin Shandy, but just the radar missing there, a little over the crossbar it went. Adiraj. Does he score? Light footer that was, but nicely collected there. Nicely paused that was by Kedar. As I mentioned before the start of this game, he is second on the leaderboard with 18 saves. So, but that also means that it's been poor defense by the West Coast Sharks throughout the tournament. So far, of course, we're just in the 6th week. We're still in the month of April. The tournament that goes till the 2nd week, mid-June. Till mid-June is the spring season of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Free kick for the West Coast Sharks. He slips there. How unfortunate. But that's how the turf over here is. The dew gets collected and it becomes difficult for the players to stay in control of their studs there. Rubber studs. And it definitely slips here on the artificial turf at the St. Andrews. Goal kick. Jasmeer Maggo. With 9 saves, he is 8th on the leaderboard. Entering the 32nd minute. The left footer, ball kept in play. Nicely done by the West Coast Sharks. Looking for this number 14, Superheroes. Jordan Titus that was. Mikhail Keswani on the attack there. Adiraj. Nicely done. Header by Doshi. Collected by Jasmeer Maggo, no problem. Rahul Doshi that was. Damien with the left footer. Just not on the mark again. They've had attempts on goal, but haven't been able to convert a single occasion are the West Coast Sharks. Dino passing it along to Devin Shandy. On the far end, he goes to the right footer. Nicely collected. That was by Kedar. Kaustup Tallur. He's been kept out of play by Superheroes. So that's quite a tactics formations discussed. And thus Kaustup Tallur has been kept out of play by the Superheroes. Kazan Ahmed. Nice right footer. Finding Karan Chugh. The left footer there on the mark. That was brilliant stuff by Jasmeer Maggo. Damien. Good defense by Superhero. Still kept in play. Easily collected there by Jasmeer there. Superstar will be keen to keep end the match with a clean sheet. Is Jasmeer Maggo. Entering the 34th minute, pardon me. Chance at a foul. Yes, it is. Is it a card? It is to Doshi. As I mentioned, it was the 34th minute. And it's Rahul Doshi who has been booked in the 34th minute. It's a yellow card to Rahul Doshi of the Superheroes. So 2 yellow cards. One for Doshi of the Superheroes, and the first in the 5th minute it was to Bilal Sheikh. Is it going to be Kaustup Tallur? Yes, Kaustup Tallur it is going to be. Looking with the right footer. Looking for a goal. A similar attempt that was the right footer. Deflects. How close was that? Good attempt there. Deflected off the defense. But just not on the mark. It's going to be a corner. The left side of your screen for the West Coast Sharks. Chance in the penalty area. Nicely hit away by Mikhail. Kept in play. Kazan. Doshi there. Nicely done. Mikhail Keswani looking for it. Finds himself unlucky. Kazan. Nice long ball. Does not get the support. Nicely collected by Jasmeer. Mikhail Keswani misses with that pass there. Joel passing it on to Damien. Damien looking for the left footer, looking for the pass there. Not sure why. He could have attacked. He had the possession. He could have gone ahead. But he chooses to pass it on. Dino passing it on to Devin Shandy. Devin on the attack. Passing it along. Nicely collected by Kedar there. Entering the 36th minute, always remember to thank our sponsors of the Roots Premier League. Our title sponsor, Bodog. We call it the Bodog Roots Premier League. Our branding partner, The Flag Company. Our, of course, our hydration partner, Miqua. And our beverage partner, Raw Pressery. Going to be a kick in. Again, a quick reminder to those joining us now on Facebook Live. We have a match of 50 minutes at the Bodog Roots Premier League, 2 halves of 25 minutes each, and it's 8 aside. No restrictions, however, on the number of substitutions. Nicely cleared away there in the spectator area. That was by the Superheroes. Superheroes owned by Muhammad Ali and Samir Khan. West Coast Sharks owned by Naresh Naik and Pranav Peps. Kick in for the West Coast Sharks. Chance, as good as a corner that was. Nicely done, Mikhail Keswani. Adiraj Chadda there, tried to keep possession. Super run, he's already scored a goal. He's won himself a kick in. Good defense that was by Damien. Quickly done, Shreya. On the far end, that is good ball there, good pass. For the right footer. Nice series of passes, Shreya. There's that, yes, Ogden Fernandez, or Augie is what he likes to be called. And that's going to be a kick in. Jordi there, not finding any company. Substitution, Karan Chugh comes out of play, and it's going to be Mohanty who's back in. Joel Winston, nicely done. Chance, Mikhail Keswani. Nicely turned there. Super tackles by Mikhail. Keeping possession. Shreya. Nicely done by Shreya. Does he shoot? He had the room, he had the space, but refuses to load the trigger. Exactly at the halfway stage of the second half we are. 12.5 minutes of the second half. Entering at the 38th minute of the matchup. 12 minutes remaining. Is there a chance for the West Coast Sharks to make a comeback? Can they get a goal to the name? Goes for the right footer and does not find the mark. Chance. No, ball out of play. Going to be a kick in for the Sharks. Good long ball, nice header, kept in play. Adiraj Chadda there asking for a foul and he's been given one. That's going to be a foul, and that's going to be a free kick for the Superheroes. Unhappy with the decision there was Damien Savage. But that's going to be a free kick. It's going to be Jordan Titus taking responsibility of the free kick. Free kick nicely taken, just out on the mark there. Jordi wanted Shreya there, but did not get Shreya. 2-0. Superheroes versus the West Coast Sharks. Good long ball there. Joel Winston looking to keep possession. He is able to do it. Nicely done there. Good tackles. But it's just 2 versus 1. There's nothing that he could have done on that occasion. Series of passes. Still with the Superheroes. They can afford to eat up time there. That's exactly what they're doing. They have a 2-0 lead. Might have a substitution. That's Nozer Bopti will be coming in. Jersey number 20. No restrictions on the number of substitutions here at the Bodog Roots Premier League. Adiraj looking for Mikhail. Does not get Mikhail. Back to Kedar. He's second on the leaderboard for the number of saves with 18 saves in the 5 matches. Series of passes. Nicely done there. That was by Jordy Titus. Taken up by the West Coast Sharks. Looking. He's searching for someone, but does not find it. Yes, still keeping position. Good tackle there. Nicely taken away by the superheroes. Passing it along. Meanwhile, there might be a substitution. That's Nazir Bhopti in place for Dhiraj Chadha. Yes, good pass there. Looking at the right footer, just not to get Nazir Bhopti there. Does not get the support from Nazir Bhopti. Never there was a contention of getting a support. The meanwhile, Karan Chugh comes into play. Goal kick it's going to be for the superheroes. Jordan Titus passing it on to Mikhail Keswani. Chance there, right footer, is won himself a corner. 27, that was a good defense by Damien Savage. Is won himself a corner, is Mikhail Keswani. However, that's going to be nice one taken in the penalty area, but it's straight to the West Coast Sharks. Nice run there, chance, aggressive tackle there, it is. An aggressive tackle, says the referee. Shreya unhappy with the decision, but the decision given, the decision stays. Shreya Sukhi will have to accept the decision. Just go ahead, that's going to be a free kick for the West Coast Sharks. Meanwhile, we might have a substitution. It's Archis Patil back in play. Chance, nicely done there, but that's the flag raised. The flag has been raised in the far corner, and that's an offside signalled. Nice long ball there, chance for a header, yes. Nicely done there. Hope everything's fine there. Aggressive game, this is the game of football, but hope everything's fine. We have physio stationed, but they are stationed and we hope that they are never used. And none that we've seen so far. Any serious injuries happening on this day. The opening match of the 6th week of the Bodog Roots Premier League. Chance, right footer there. No, just not on the mark there. Kedar wasn't troubled by that. Passing it around, keeping position there. Nicely done. That was by Chugh. Slips, says Damien. Unlucky there, but I can understand what's happening to them. It's the dew that has been gathered and collected here at the turf park. As turf park of the St. Rand uses artificial turf, it's been gathered here, and thus the slips from the players. 6 minutes remaining for the match to come to an end. Entering the 44th minute. Headed out of play there, but still kept in the position there. Devin Shandy looking for the pass, looking for the cross. Nicely done there. Just about the crossbar. Five and a half minutes remaining for the match to complete. Still a 2-0 lead for the superheroes. What a kick in that was. Chance wasted there. Chance, is that a corner? They've won himself a corner, the West Coast Sharks. They'll have to convert, they'll have to get a goal, then the equalizer, and then the lead. Tough road ahead for the West Coast Sharks in this matchup. They've played 5 matches, they have had only 1 victory, 1 draw, and they have had 3 defeats Thus 4 points, 6th on the points table. Whereas for the superheroes owned by Muhammad Ali and Samir Khan, 5 matches before this, of course, 5 matches, 2 victories, 2 defeats and a draw. 7 points, 4th on the points table. Nicely done there. Xerxes Anklesaria looking for the pass. Gets Karan Chog, right footer. Not on the mark. Just not on the target there. It's just a warning there. Quickly hurry up. Can afford to eat up time on the superheroes, but not in the rules of the game. If the referee finds that's a little too much, can be penalized. Chance for the Sharks on the attack from the far corner. Does not get a foul. No, that's a goal kick signalled by the assistant referees. In the meanwhile, we might have a substitution. Adira Chadha would be looking to come in for Nauzar Bhopti. The scoreline reads still in favour of the superheroes. 2 goals that were scored. Superheroes' first goal by Devin Shandy in the 6th minute after a brilliant pass assist that came in from Jordan Titus, and of course second goal by Adira Chadha in the 10th minute. Chance there once again to take the 3-0 lead. Oh no, not taken. Goal kick for the Sharks. They'll have to hurry up. A lot of working they'll have to do in the remaining 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Chance Ogden, that was been blocked, and that's a foul, signals the referee. He's wanting a card, is Ogden, but that's going to be a free kick for the Sharks. Nice, but very difficult there. Nicely collected by Jaspin Mago. An attempt by Kaustubh Talur, but just not on the mark. In the meanwhile, counter-attack. Nicely done there, but good defense by Kedar. Dino Moria passing it along to Nauzar Bhopti. On the far end, Devin Shandy. Looking for the pass, looking for the cross. Right footer, just not there. Meanwhile, you'll have Farhan Khan coming in as substitute. Again, no restrictions on number of substitute for Shrey Sukhi, pardon me. That's Farhan Khan, who will definitely be looking and taking care of the defense for the superheroes. 2 minutes remaining. We have entered the 49th minute. Very difficult now for the West Coast Sharks to make a comeback in this matchup. It looks like it's going to be yet another victory for the superheroes in the Bodog Roots Premier League. Free kick. Damien Savage does not clear the wall. That's a miss there. Looking, Kaustubh Talur, he has been kept silent, and that's a foul. Kumar, it was jersey number 7, Rahul Kumar, but still no booking coming in for Rahul Kumar. Free kick for the Sharks. Is that going to be Mohanty or Kazan? Mohanty it is, just number 19, pardon me, Aditya Mohanty. Looking for the pass. Nicely done by Dino Moria, making the most of his height is Dino. Good ball, kept it off play. Entering the 50th minute, and it's going to be Tristan, just number 23 of the superheroes, who comes in. Tristan Breganza in place of Nauzar Bhopti. 40 seconds remaining for this match to come to an end. It looks like it's going to be the superheroes with the victory. Chance, Dino again, very well done. Mikhail Keswani passing it on, still keeping possession. Little more than 20 seconds remaining, and it's just going to be goal curtains here for the West Coast Sharks. Farhan Khan with the first touch on ball. Nicely done there. Back to Tristan. Tristan loses it. Mohanty, and the pass, he misses it. Back to Jasmir Mago. He can afford to eat up time there. Just a couple of seconds remaining. And anytime we'll have the whistle coming up from the referee. And there we go. At the end of 50 minutes, Superheroes defeat the West Coast Sharks 2-0. 2 goals scored. Devan Shandy 6th minute. Adila Chadda 10th minute. Superheroes beat West Coast Sharks 2-0.